Okay, thank you everyone for joining my presentation about faculty-led programs. Jumping right away in. My name is Holger Oswald. I'm the faculty-led program coordinator at the Gallagher Center. And just to introduce myself, I am the dude here on the pictures. I love to travel. I've been to 18 different countries. I worked in Hungary, Finland, Canada, and I really see the benefits of studying abroad and studying away and traveling for fun, but also traveling for business and traveling for academic purpose. So the topic is faculty-led programs. So let's look into what a faculty-led program is. A faculty-led program is a domestic or international, short-term, credit-bearing, academically rigorous, faculty-led group excursion during summer break, spring break, summer, or winter breaks. Let's break that down a little bit. A faculty-led program means we can travel within the US territory or around the world. In average, there are 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks. We have some programs, or one program even up to 4 weeks, but in average, it's 1 to 3 weeks, and students can earn credits. So that means that the faculty-led program is always connected to a certain course on campus, and participating in the faculty-led programs, students can earn credits, which is cool because you can earn in 2 weeks 3 credits. Academically rigorous, that's the most important. It's not meant to go on a party. It's really an academic learning outcome. We have an academic approach to these programs, and I will show later some itineraries to show you how compact, how full these programs are. So from getting up in the morning to going to bed in the evening, you guys are hustling around and learning a lot. Faculty-led means some professor from campus, sometimes 2 professors, leading the program, and you're not alone, you're traveling in a group of other students led by the faculty. And most of the time, we're doing that during spring break, summer, or winter breaks. I'm just explaining a little bit the pictures. So, laser pointer. So these are 3 pictures of faculty-led program to Greece on the past, and this is a faculty-led program trip to Italy. And what happens is the faculties or subject matter experts in the country, specialists, researchers, they teach the group and they are open for question and answers. So it's a really cool way to learn outside the classroom. So in other words, a faculty-led program is a short, interesting, challenging, and fun study trip with a group of students led by a professor or professors. You can earn credit and explore the world. And I will elaborate a little bit more why an FLP is so cool. You learn outside the classroom in the real world. Experience what you normally only would read and talk about on campus, you can see in real life while you earn credits and you meet a lot of people. So for instance, this was a faculty-led program trip to Kenya. It's biology students, and you can see that in a book, you can see that on YouTube, like an elephant. It's an orphanage where they raise baby elephants. Or you can travel there, like these are USD students, travel there and see the elephants. You can talk to the people, you can ask a question, you can observe the animal, you can touch the animals. So that's just like a little wire here behind them, so the elephants come really close to the wire and you can touch them. And by the way, I would change my job in a heartbeat with this dude here, feeding an elephant every day. How cool is that? So the real world experience is the focus of an FLP. FLPs are HIPs, high impact practices. And this is a typical slide to convince parents to support a trip. HIPs are active learning practices that promote deep learning engagement outside the classroom. For instance, the first year, seminars, undergraduate research, service learning, internships, and then faculty programs. But what does that mean outside the classroom? A HIP has considerable time and effort, require meaningful interactions with faculty, encourage collaboration with other students, and provide frequent feedback. So as already explained, you're traveling with the faculty, you're traveling with other students, and you're spending a week or two together. You get to know each other really good. You get so much information out of the faculty. You can ask questions about the subject. They can talk about stories because they have been to this country several times. And there are also feedback rounds. So if you're immersed in a different culture, let's say in China or in Korea, and everything is so strange, you need time to process that. You need people to talk about who made the same experience. So having other students with you and you see something which is hard to process, hard to understand in the first glimpse, it helps to talk to other people who make the same experience, and to the faculty helps then to incorporate that into your learning and your understanding of intercultural competence. The effect of HIPs are linked with higher grade point average. Students report that they are more satisfied with their education and their subject. We have higher retention, improved grade rates, and personal development. I go into this a little bit deeper, but just to show you another example of our Kenya trip. So if you study biology, you can study this little fella again on YouTube or in a textbook, or you can really travel there and you can interact with them and you can touch them and you can ask people who live with these animals all day long. And that will help you in your future career, in your academic program. We have students coming back from these programs who say, I really know what I want to do with my life, with my profession, because I got exposed to so much new input, so much new experience, that changed my whole perspective on my subject.
Well, can I jump in quick?
Always.
So I did a faculty-led program when I was an undergrad, and I was an elementary education major, and decided to do a faculty-led trip to Ireland, focusing on leadership. So our whole group focused on leadership skills and building relationships with leaders within ourselves, and then others through CEO projects and the USD faculty, and then the other students. One thing that I really came out of that experience with was my love of education. But I knew from then on, I was a junior at the time, that I didn't want to be stuck in a classroom for 20 plus years. I really started to think about education outside the classroom and what that can mean for students, which is kind of how I ended up in this career path as a study abroad advisor. So these programs that you do, even if they're 2 weeks long, really can change your perspective on your major discipline or your career path.
That is correct. And I have some slides going into that a little deeper later, but I don't want to bore you with statistics. But Jessica is totally right. I had the same experience. I did an internship international in Canada for 3 months when I did my undergraduate, and I knew I want to work and travel internationally. So I ended up at the university, but also in Germany in a consulting company. And in this consulting company, I traveled to Hungary for a year. And in the university, I traveled to Finland and Canada and worked there. So it changes your perspective. Benefits, we talked about that already. An FLP is more affordable than a semester-long program. So the FLPs have their price. They are, on the first glimpse, quite expensive, an average between $3,000 to $6,000. That is a lot of money. However, depending on where you're going, the price changes. London is more expensive than Guatemala. Also, the flight ticket is more expensive to further remote destinations. But within these 2 weeks, we offer so much. I show you some itineraries later. The program is packed from getting up in the morning to going to bed in the evening. You're like hustling around and exploring things. I'm jumping to this point here. Within this program itinerary, sometimes we have organized group flights, accommodation, local transportation, museum tickets, most meals. For some countries, we organize the visa. We have an international insurance. We have cultural programs. In Cuba, they do salsa dancing. In Guatemala, they make handmade tacos. And so there's like a lot in this program. If you have never traveled, or limited travel experience, no problem. You travel with a group of students. You can organize either a group flight or you organize with other students that you fly together. The faculty is always experienced traveler. They know the country, they know how to travel. As I said, in this 10 days, you have a chance to get 1 to 3 credits. We have some meetings before, 2 or 3 meetings always before, so you get to know each other. You get to know the subject, you get to know the assignments, that when you go into this country, that you're academically and mentally prepared. And most of the time, the last bullet point, we work with US-based program providers, and they offer and give us local experts. They connect us with subject matter experts in the country, and we have a 24/7 support. They know all the back doors. They bring our groups into places where normal tourists would not be able to go. This is an FLP to Canada and First Nation reservations. This is an FLP to obviously Paris. This is the Louvre here in the back. And that is the upcoming faculty program to Malta. This is the food you're going to eat. No offense to McDonald's or GQ, but food in Europe tastes a little different. That's my last slide about, or almost last slide about the benefits, just to get, again, better understanding why you should participate in a faculty-led program. It looks good on the resume. An employer sees that you're willing to travel abroad, that you're putting extra effort in, that you learn something in this country, you're improving your skills if you learn a language, or your research skills, as I showed the example with biology, and that just looks good. You get insight in a different culture with an academic approach. I said it already, you will have meetings prior to departure with the faculty, you will research, you will prepare your assignments. Some faculty give research projects that when you're abroad and you have to do interviews with people, you have to connect with people and create a result for your research. So you're not only a tourist, you're a researcher, you're an academic traveling to this country. The daily reflection helps to process new things, new impressions, new experiences. Sometimes things are shocking in other cultures, especially if you've never traveled outside the United States. If you have never traveled outside US territory, then cultures might seem different. And to process that, we have these daily reflections. You will see and speak, see people, and you will speak to people, and you will, if you study languages, can use your language. If you study Spanish and you're going to Mexico, to Spain, you will eat the food, you will be in this country, you will not only like being there, but immerse yourself. We connect you with so many people there. You will meet the host, sometimes we have home families or homestays where you stay for a couple of days with the family, not only in a hostel. So you will get really immersed in this culture. And the Gallagher Center is preparing a pre-departure seminar where we help you to how to get a passport, what to pack, do's and don'ts in this country, cultural do's and don'ts. You meet the other travelers. We explain the weather and the climate, because that has an impact on if you have to bring a raincoat or shorts. We explain how to go through an airport check and how emergency procedures are, so that you really set up for the trip and that you're safe. Your safety is our highest priority. This is all from faculty program to Italy. This is the St. Peter's Square at the Vatican in Rome, Italy. This is the Colosseum. These art students brought some clothes and created their own fake tunica to pose like famous paintings. This is in Venice, and this is the art trip going to Paris, obviously with the Eiffel Tower in the back. Okay, one more boring slide, and then we're jumping into the faculty programs we have to offer. I don't go through all these benefits, just putting it out there. I just want to point out 3. These are studies they do around the globe, and to understand the positive impacts. Jessica already said that, I already said that there is so much more benefit than just putting it on the CV. You get a different perspective. But the research says that 79% of the students who went abroad have a higher chance to get a job within the 12 months. Compared to their peer, it's only 49%. So by going abroad, you double your chances to get a job within 12 months after graduation. That's a significant number. Also, the 90% of students who went abroad get their first or second choice of grad school. That is also a significant number, that the study abroad has such an impact. One thing for sure, the longer you go, the better. If you go for a week and you study Spanish, that's good. If you go for 3 weeks, that's even better. If you go for a semester-long program, that's even better. But even with FLPs, there is a significant impact on your overall performance. A really high significant number is the 100% that students improve their GPA after they went on a study away program.
I'm going to jump in quick. We've got 10 minutes left. I want to leave a couple minutes at least for students to ask questions.
Sure. So I'm just jumping quick over the benefits for the destination. So we, just by explaining that, we have health science students who go to Guatemala, for instance, and they provide dental hygiene, nursing, or other healthcare people wouldn't get there. And in this components, the students who go there get also credits. It's a faculty-led program, but also learning hands-on. So what are we having here on campus? We have several upcoming faculty-led programs, and I'm reviewing the first 4, which are in spring and summer, a little bit more in detail. But we constantly have new programs on our webpage as we go and plan. So the next one is in spring. Spring break, we go with a health service administration and also modern foreign language to Cuba. I just show you like quick an itinerary to see how packed these days are. Let's start here, BLD, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So you have breakfast at the hotel. In the morning, you visit a teaching center, a primary healthcare and teaching center. Then you go to a local doctor, so students can also talk to doctors. They go to a community project and then visiting Plaza de Revolución Square. So it's a historical and cultural site, and that's all before lunch. So these programs are really packed with culture, history, and then depending on the credit, the subject. We have a quiz program coming up, and the plane goes to Athens. Then there is like a line, which is the bus going across Greece, and then here the thin line is a boat trip. Yes, we chartering yachts, and the students are traveling on the yachts with the faculty together this route. So this is like a 3.5, 4-week program, which is fantastic because we have 3 faculty from different subjects, and the students learn so much. They immerse themselves, they cook on the boat, and they see Greece probably how nobody else would see Greece. I researched, this is a unique program. You can't find something similar in the whole US. This is a summer program, and they have a web page too. So if you click on the link, or if you go on our FLP page, there's a link to this. You can get all the information about previous trips as well. We have an FLP to Ireland coming up in summer. It's actually history, culture, and sports. Ireland is not only castles, but there's also in Northern Ireland the Belfast Peace Wall. This is a wall going through the city between Protestants and Catholics. So in this FLP, a lot of understanding about Irish culture and history, but also sports. So there's another day example of an itinerary here. So going to a stadium, watching hurling, for instance, but also participating. Students participate. We connect our participants with Irish students, and then they hang out in the evening and create friendships and connect on Facebook or Instagram. And so again, you learn about people and you connect with people around the world. And then we have another upcoming FLP to Costa Rica. It's a biology field trip. we go to a research institute in Costa Rica, and they are having faculties and research facilities helping our biology students to research, to field practice in a safe environment. So they go into the rainforest and studying the frogs, the birds, the snakes, the plants, whatever they have. And the faculty, our biology professor, is with our students and helps them to understand how to conduct research in the country rather than going out of Vermilion and sitting on a field and watching the birds there. So that's my 4 FLPs I want to introduce to you. We have social media on our YouTube page. We start having interviews with different faculties from previous trips or upcoming trips. Short ones, you can check them out, and we'll constantly add new videos. And then my last 2 slides, how to apply. On our Gallagher Center page, you can click on study abroad, programs, faculty-led programs, faculty-led programs, and then you land here, and here you can click on the hyperlinks to the different programs with tons of information. There is the budget sheet, there is information about the faculty, about the itinerary, the syllabus, there's tons of information. Money is always a question. So for the credits, you pay USD tuition. Financial aid helps, loans, grants, scholarships can be applied. You can apply for all kinds of financial support. We have links to more than 30 or 40 different organizations where you can apply here, and also make an appointment with financial aid. They are happy to help you. Now I rushed through my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Do you have any questions or comments?
Olga, this is Virginia. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for attending. I do want to emphasize that obviously scholarships is a big topic. We get asked a lot about the scholarships and financial support. And I just want to emphasize that there is a lot of financial support available out there. Holger, if you wouldn't mind, if you could go to Study Abroad financial assistance page on our portal and actually walk students through the scholarships really quickly, just so you could see there are not even, even departments here at USD offers scholarships to you. All you need to do is apply. You can use your financial aid through all of our affiliated, if you go through all of our affiliated programs. There are special organizations that support different backgrounds, different experiences as well financially. So really don't be afraid of that cost factor. There is financial assistance available. Just reach out to Jessica, reach out to Holger, and ask questions. Thank you.
One misconception is that, oh, all these students are applying, I'm not going to get it, I'm not even going to try. If everybody had that mentality, nobody would get the scholarship. So apply for the scholarship, reach out to us if you want more information or need help with the application itself. We are here to help you financially support these dreams of yours.
Do these faculty-led programs fill up really fast?
It depends. Normally not. So if you apply, you are in a pool, and when we hit the application deadline, I will reach out to everyone and say, you applied for this program, are you committing? Just getting off the shared screen quick. So then I ask you, are you committing to the program? Then depending on your situation, you might say yes, or because I applied, or things changed, I don't. So the quiz trip fills up really fast because it's such a unique program, and they are cross-listed with 6 or 7 other courses. So from history, English, anthropology, geology, and because of the cross-listing, a lot of students apply. While let's say biology is only for biology students because it's only offering biology credits, so it's not necessarily filling up so fast. But in a nutshell, you can apply, then you're in the pool, and when we hit the deadline, I will reach out to you and ask you again. So if you provide your commitment, then you are in, and if you then say, I decided different, then you're out. There is no financial commitment with the application.
Any last minute questions? We're going to have another session starting here at 10 o'clock with API. We've got a couple Spanish resident directors from abroad going live with us, so I'm pretty excited about that one.
And if you have questions about FLP, feel free to send me an email, carry out connections, call me. I'm here for you.
Cool. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Have a good day.
Thank you.